In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem.
And what is going on, everybody? Welcome into the post-game bounce. I am Jared Davidson. That is Rusty Witten. I don't know which way you see him. He's to my right. So whichever way y'all see him, that's Rusty regardless. The Grizzlies win. They beat the Indiana Pacers 125-106. And, I almost wanted to say we're not doing a good job at tanking. But when you're beating the bad teams, like the really bad teams, I'll take it. 2-game win streak.
That's it, man. Grizz are going streaking, and the good kind. I guess they're all good kinds, but the Grizz are going streaking. I was saying here, man, good signs for the future. A lot of really good things tonight. We'll get into all of it, I'm sure, kind of on a deep dive. Overarching view, this is a good win, a good morale win. And say what you want. This team is not talented. There's not a whole lot of guys on here that are going to be starting everywhere in the league next year. But they
maybe not even on this team next year.
But they play their tails off. Like they play super hard, gritty. I love the way that Meshack and Javon Small play. Welcome to the team, Walter Clayton Jr., breaking John Morant's rookie assist record for the Memphis Grizzlies with 15 assists today. Jared, there's a lot to like from this game.
So much. And one guy that you did not mention that I have steadily kept my eye on the last few games. Hello, Taylor Hendricks. Taylor Hendricks tonight. Yes, Walter Clayton had the rookie record with 15 assists off the bench tonight. Taylor Hendricks, 19 points. That was a team high, a plus 16, 5 of 8 from 3, 7 of 11 from the field, 5 rebounds, 1 steal. He's been playing out of position like the rest of the Grizzlies have been. But Rusty, tonight you finally saw everything click for for Taylor Hendricks.
Yeah, 100%. His shot looked good tonight. Like I said, 5 of 8 from 3. He loved that little corner 3 tonight, and a 3-and-D wing like that with some size. There's some upside there. Like he's getting better.
He's got the athletic intangibles.
Absolutely. Getting better every game he plays. I like what I'm seeing from him. I would not hate him sticking around on a 2-way next year, maybe restructuring a little bit. I think he's already on a contract, so I don't know if that'll work. I don't mind his game. I do kind of want to Omax is the guy I want to get off of a 2-way onto a standard contract, but
he'll have to be off of one because he'll have to be off of a 2-way because I believe this is his last year on eligible for a 2-way.
It is, and he's only got, I think Brevin said in the last game, he's only got like 6 or 8 games left in his 50 before he'll have to either go permanently to the G League or get a full standard contract. But talking about Taylor Hendricks, I did like Taylor Hendricks' game tonight. 5 of 8 from 3, 5 big rebounds off the bench, and just played really, really athletic. And for a team that's just not that good, it's fun to see little bright spots like that. And his game getting better every game has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you look at his last 4, not just tonight as well for Taylor Hendricks. He's played 24 minutes in each of the last 4 games. He has shot 63%, 71%, 54, and 50. So you're starting to see those numbers start to steadily climb. He's getting more comfortable with a 3-point shot, 40%. Didn't make any against Golden State, shot 50% against Dallas, and then 62% tonight. And then 19, 11, 14, and 12. He is making known. He's also poking holes in on the defense as well too. 2 stocks, 3 stocks, 2 stocks, 1 stock in the last few games. He's becoming one of those integral. I'm not gonna say integral, but those end of bench pieces that you need on a team, and what the Grizzlies could very well value him as going forward. He's making, as I mentioned a few post-game bounces ago, this is a 20-something game tryout the rest of the year. Taylor Hendricks so far in the last 4 is acing that test.
Yeah, for sure. And shout out to everybody in the comments. Appreciate y'all being here. Give us your thoughts. I am happy, Edward, for sure. But the big thing I want to put up here is Hendricks said he's feeling like himself again. Remember, he missed all of last year with a fractured lower leg in his fibula and didn't play any last year. And so he's been in his sophomore slump this year after missing all of his second season. And just his kind of turning the corner as of late, as you read out those stats, and then just the eyeball test, watching him play at a more athletic rate, watching him get up and down the floor better. He's getting back on defense. Like you said, his stocks are going up. He had a steal tonight. Just watching his game develop in front of our eyes has been a ton of fun to watch. And it's like you said, it's what we need at the end of the bench if we're going to continue to rebuild this team.
Yeah, 100%. And shout out to all of y'all here, man. Appreciate y'all. And yes, we are some of you watched the full game. It's the Indiana Pacers, the game we had a chance to win. And we won it. And am I mad? I'm not mad at all because we won. I'll always root for the team to win. And especially when you get these games, you can't lose every single other game. I think someone said it earlier. You can't lose every single game, or else you get fined, a la the Utah Jazz. But no, dude,
and the basketball gods, call them basketball gods, call them Adam Silver, call it lottery luck, whatever you choose to call it. I don't care.
They pay attention.
Like if they pay attention, and if you go out, you play hard, you're a fun team to watch. Last time we were in this situation, we won 33 games. We got the second pick. And we got Ja Morant. And so good things like that can happen if you play the game the right way. And this Grizzlies team 100% is.
And if anyone hates tanking as much as they can in the NBA, it's the man who quite literally controls people's destiny when it comes to ping pong balls. Adam Silver hates tanking. And, he may be like, Grizzlies will insert you here at 3 overall, where you're getting one of Boozer and Advanced. But Rusty, overall solid game from the squad. 4 starters in double figures. Omax was 17, 2, 3, and a steal as well. Omax shot 8 of 9 from the field today. Just another one of the chaotic energy games from Omax. And I'm starting to see pieces on this team. And I think it was Brevin. I think it was Brevin who said it. Maybe in like third quarter when this team started to expand their lead a little bit more. Everyone's starting to play together and get that chemistry up. And it's what's been lacking on a team that's like this. This team's going to win a few more games than people may want them to or expect them to, but you're seeing the looks of good team chemistry. And you're just like Saint said earlier, things for the future are starting to look a little bit more up.
Yeah, agreed. 100%. Omax deserves a full contract. Shout out Jaylen. That Prosper 18 jersey is going to sell like hotcakes, and I will likely have one of them because I've been on Omax's side this whole time because you can see it in glimpses where it's like 2 or 3 possessions. You're just like, oh man, this is it. This is what we need on this basketball team. Yep. And then he throws it to Deborah in the 4th row. But like the chaotic energy that you get from Omax, like it's getting a bit more dialed in over these last few games. You're getting less of the chaotic evil. You're getting more of the chaotic good. You're getting more of the winning basketball plays. Again, tonight, 8 of 9 from the field, 17 points, 2 boards, 3 assists. 2 of those, both of those boards being offensive rebounds. Yep. Like, I like Omax. I like what I'm seeing from him, his growth. And again, another guy that's just getting reps and getting better, getting an opportunity to play. And I think the difference in this team and that team 2 years ago, Jared, is 2 years ago, Gigi was just shot chucking. He was the only guy with a pulse on that team.
Yep.
There's a few guys on here that are actually NBA players. And like Brevin said, and you brought it up, this team is playing more and more together as a unit, which is going to be better for the future than what happened in that injury-riddled season 2 years ago when Gigi was just shooting 28, 29, 30 times a game, and it set his growth back a little bit. This is still team basketball, and yes, there are things we can take away from this game. Somebody asked us that after the Mavericks game. What are the takeaways for next season? Like, buddy, this team is going to have a deep bench when we get a star in the draft.
Yep, because right now, I mean, you're looking at – you still got 3 guys on 2-ways. One of them has – I think 5 or 6 games left now with Omax, because the rule is not play. The rule isn't playing in games, because I want to go back to that real quick because we were just talking about that. I looked it up. It's not playing because Omax had a few active DNPs this year, and you can be active for 50, but then you have to go to either sign a contract or go back to the G League. So Omax, I think he has almost 10 active DNPs this year.
Okay.
And so now he's played 34 games. And he's got 5 or 6 left in that range. So Omax, there could be news coming with him later, and then that opens up the door for another 2-way. Yeah, and then that will fill that final roster spot for this Grizzlies squad. And speaking of just the roster right now, Jaylen Wells had a great game tonight, 18 points, and I want to talk about him because I like some of the things I saw tonight. 8 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. And Rusty, if he's not going to try to play above him like we saw early in the early in his rookie year, I'm kind of liking this Kyle Anderson methodical under the basket approach I've seen from Jaylen Wells the past couple games.
Yeah, he's still finding his shot. Like the 3-point shot fell well today, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. But yeah, like he's not the most athletic guy. You know, he's been recovering from a wrist injury and all those things, and I'm sure that's been in his head some. But I like what Jaylen Wells has turned it into. Again, he is one of those guys on this team that we're asking to do something he's not going to be doing in the future. He is not a starting 3 on this team. He should be a 3-and-D guy off the bench, a guy that you can throw in there like Meshack and go defend somebody when they get off the bus, give you a few buckets here and there. And that's no disrespect to Jaylen Wells. He's going to make a long, fine career with that in the NBA, but he's not a starter on this team. No. And so seeing him as this year's progressed, developing more of that game that's going to play well off of the bench gives me hope that that's going to be on this team, because what he's doing now is going to be a solid role player off this bench when we draft an AJ DeBansta or whoever else. Maybe it's Carlos Boozer and your starter, or Cam Boozer and your starters. Maybe get Carlos. Get Cam Boozer. And maybe your starters are then Ced, Gigi, Cam, and Edie next year. And Jaylen Wells coming off the bench is a solid role player as your 6th or 7th man. Yeah,
and one thing, especially tonight, that I really noticed for the first time about Wells is when you're not the most athletic person in a league, and you're constantly, your big hit is on not being athletic, footwork becomes becomes your best friend. And tonight, under the rim, it just felt like Jaylen Wells was being, just like I said, methodical about how he was attacking the post down low in the key with his finishing. And I'm really, really starting to like how I'm seeing Jaylen develop into finally a place that could be comfortable for him and can be something off the bench that provides you, like you said, a 3-and-D spark, but also knows his role down low.
Yeah, exactly. And can be a guy. I mean, you can be beloved in this city by being a really, really good defender. Tony Allen has his jersey in the Raptors. And I'm not saying that's where Jaylen Wells is ultimately going to end up, but there is a role in this city and in this franchise for guys who are just gritty, hard-nosed, play their tail off kind of guys. And that's what Jaylen Wells is. Let's be honest. He plays hard. He hustles. He gives effort. And like a guy like that is needed on the team and needed coming off the bench as we grow and build around Cedric and Edie moving forward.
Yeah, one last guy I want to touch on before we move on. Ryan Rupair, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, plus 12. Did have 5 fouls. Played really solid tonight, though. Has 1 more game left, if I heard Pete correctly, and that will be on Tuesday at Minnesota. For a guard tryout or whatever, a big guard combo, whatever he is technically slated as, I haven't been mad at this 10-day little tryout.
I honestly, what I think is going to happen, we're getting to the end of his 10-day.
Yep.
Omax is running out of games. Could 100% see Omax moving to the full-time roster and Rupair getting that 2A spot. And I would not be mad at that. Javon Small, Jemai Meshack, and Ryan Rupair, and I'm sure there's a French pronunciation. Southpaw was talking about that earlier, and I probably just butchered it. This is what you get when you put a kid from North Mississippi on the mic, pronouncing French names. That's not French fries.
Going from North Mississippi in this post-game show right now.
That's it. Exactly right. But Rupair has been great. He's getting better. At first, I didn't see it. It just didn't look very good.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, a guy gets minutes, he gets his sea legs underneath him. You kind of see it, right? Like, he's not going to be a starter. He's not going to be an incredible, contributor to this team. But you kind of see it as a 2A plug and play kind of guy, especially in the lost season this year. I don't know if there's minutes for him next year, but if he finished this year on a 2A, went into next year as a 2A kind of insurance guy, listen, it doesn't hurt to have guards who are 6'8", 6'7", whatever he is, and long and athletic like he is. It never hurts to have big guards.
Yeah, and if it lines up, if this is just quick math in my head, if it lines up, you may be able to do a second 10-day. Then I think that may coincide with when Omax would be due for
because Rupair has one more 10-day team meets.
Yeah, he gets one more 10-day because he's only signed to his first. So yeah, also too, with a roster like this, you're kind of seeing Wayne, calm down. You're going into my points here. With a roster like this, you're kind of starting to see TI kind of feed where he fed off of in Europe. Just a lot of non-star guys who he can put together and that are developing chemistry, and it makes basketball look fun to them again. And and I don't know how to really feel about that because I don't think TI is a long-term coach. But if he can get that out of everyone else, then I'm kind of impressed with the future.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, man, I don't know that he's a long-term guy. I truly don't.
I don't think he is. I don't either.
I'm so sorry. Like, Mississippi State is in extra innings with UCLA, the number one team
I'm
in the country.
watching it as well.
It's 8-7. We got a runner on first now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th. Like, the tying run is on first base. And I know y'all don't care. But, like, yes, I don't know that Tomas is a guy for the future. That's fine. Coaches come and go. It is what it is. But when you've got a guy like Tomas in a season like this and he can kind of make a little lemonade here and there, I can understand why he get another shot next year. I'm not saying we need to run him out on the rail this year. Hey, shout out Amanda McGee, Hail State, baby. Got to get that big dub today. I will be insufferable on the $2 Sports Show tomorrow if we find a way to win, just so y'all know. But you gotta make lemonade where you can. He's making that this year. I think he's going to get another chance next year. And to Jalen's point here, he has not gotten a fair shake so far. We said the same thing for Taylor Jenkins for a long time because of injuries. But, like, truly, T.I. has not had a fair shake because we've shipped off his best players. He's literally starting Walter Clayton Jr. and, like, small guards. Yeah. Omax is our biggest, tallest player. Like, the deck is stacked against him. Yes. But I do think he'll get a real chance next year. And then if it doesn't go well, then we have a different conversation.
100% right. So, once again, the Grizzlies win 125-106. And, yeah, just, once, as an old coach used to say, once is luck, twice is a habit. Grizzlies, please don't make this a habit. We would like our position to be good, but still,
listen, it's okay if we do because I think we're pretty solidly in that. Yeah,
I think we're sitting consistently 7-8, and I don't think. I think it's Chicago.
Chicago's on our heels.
Yeah.
Then Milwaukee and the Clippers. I think like our ceiling is going to be probably 7. Our lowest is probably going to be 9 at the lowest. 9. And even that's going to be a stretch because the Bulls are terrible and they're probably going to keep losing as well.
Hey, I think we're going to be. Did you see they went on a 27-0 run to win today?
That's true. That's true with all their little guards. But like I think like our movement is going to be very small from here on out. I think listen, go win a few games, pay your tributes to the basketball gods, give homage to them so that you play the game the right way. Then, like, listen, we've got plenty of losable. Dadgummit, Mississippi State lost 8-7. We got plenty of losable games coming up, including the next one. It's fun to get wins where we can.
Yeah, it's always gonna be fun to get wins where you can. We're fans of the team at the end of the day. Yes, we don't like where we are, but got to deal with it. So getting a win, especially 2 good wins back to back, is always a good time. Rusty, some news came out today. We're gonna talk about this a little bit now. And for people, I've seen a few comments on it. There's been some injuries to help endorse the tank. Brandon Clark's getting reevaluated in 2 weeks, and something came out about Zach Edey, and some people are freaking out. Can we get the Dr. Buckets hat on for a second?
Yeah, for sure. A deeper dive in the shows tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune in the Daily Grind at 2 Buck Sports Show. We'll go full on deep dive on it. But basically, he's having surgery to clean up some inflammation and irritation around a very solid, stable ligament that accounts for less than 5% of all foot and ankle injuries. Like, it's a very small, because the ligament that they're repairing is very taut, very inherently strong, and not something that's injured very often. You don't hear about medial ankle sprains very often at all. It's always a lateral ankle sprain. And so the diagnosis is key there. Like, I think that because of that, if they had said it was going back to the lateral ligament that he had surgery on in the offseason, I'd have been much more concerned.
Yeah.
This sounds like it's accomplishing 2 goals. As I said on Twitter, if you don't follow me Buckets_BCM. It's accomplishing 2 goals. Do I think he would have played had we been fighting for a top 4 or 6 seed in the Western Conference? Absolutely. He would have had this surgery in the offseason. So it's accomplishing 2 things. It's shoring up the ankle ahead of schedule, like doing it now instead of this offseason. So he'll be good to go for training camp, because let's face it, he wasn't going to play in the Summer League anyway. And it's keeping him out for the rest of the season, because need I remind you that he went for 36-20 in one of the games he played. He is awesome, and he would absolutely screw up our tanking efforts. And so that's the synopsis of it. I'm not worried about it long term. I don't think this is going to be a long term, like, recurring thing for Zach Edey, but tune into the shows tomorrow for a deeper dive on it.
Yeah. So that's basically it. That news came out today. We'll just go through some of the Pacers guys, because the Pacers' most notable name that played today, outside of Jay Huff, that we all know and love, Obi Toppin played 11 minutes. And so I didn't quite see if that was injury related, but the Pacers also are trying to actively lose, because it's crazy what losing one player who's your star can do, because this team was in the finals last year. But for the Pacers, Obi Toppin 4 points. Jarris Walker had 21. He kind of fueled that comeback. I say comeback, but he kept the Pacers in it for a while in the early part of that third quarter. He finished with 21 points, shot 4 of 5 from 3. Jay Huff 14 points. Cam Jones 10 points. Ben Shepherd 9 points. And then the 2 guys off the bench that scored the most were Talon Peter with 11, who played 36 minutes, and then Micah Potter, who had 18 points for the Pacers. The Pacers, who are usually a really good 3-point shooting team, we made the same amount, but we shot better. The Grizzlies shot the ball pretty well tonight, 43% from the 3-point line and 51% from the field overall. That was better than the Pacers in both of their categories. Rusty, we also finally out-rebounded the team.
Yeah, and it's our first win on the road against the Eastern Conference opponent this year, which is wild that we are in the year of our Lord 2026, like March 1st, and we're finally beating an Eastern Conference team on the road. All the things came together. We didn't turn the ball over a ton. We forced 18 turnovers. It felt like there for a little bit we were forcing a turnover on every possession in that third quarter. Played really cohesive basketball. Let's see, we had 21 stocks compared to their 13 or 14. Like, it was a good effort by this team. And those are the things that are rewarded by the basketball gods and karma. We played our tails off. We beat a bad team who didn't play their best players, TJ McConnell and Obi Toppin, a ton. We went out, kept our foot on the gas. And Memphis, you are welcome. Ever since we announced that we were going to do cheap beers when the Grizzlies are losing, they have yet to trail. So y'all are welcome.
Hey, we trailed today.
No, we did trail a little bit, but still, y'all are welcome for turning this season around.
Gosh, dude.
The next one, March 13th, we're going to run it back again. Hopefully, I'm going to talk to Zach, and hopefully we're going to get $3 beers again that day. That's against the Pistons. I like our chances of getting cheap beers that day a lot better than we did against the Mavericks.
Dude, if we somehow go wire to wire against the Detroit Pistons, I would question every part of the sanity of basketball. Rusty, like I said, the Grizzlies win in the tank off between these two teams, sitting right under 25 minutes. Not a whole lot to come out of this game tonight, just some quality team basketball. The Grizzlies pretty much won in every statistical category, including the one that matters on the scoreboard as well. You got any final thoughts? We're going to keep this one short and sweet for you all. It's a Sunday afternoon. People enjoy the rest of your Sundays. But Rusty, and any final thoughts before we kind of get out of here for the night?
Yeah, there's an old saying, smoke them if you got them. Enjoy them when you get them. I want to paraphrase a little bit because we got a win today. It was a fun win. It was a fun effort win. Don't get upset. Don't be, beating yourselves up. Like, don't crash out over the fact that we won a basketball game. We're fans at heart. I'm excited. It's a good win. It was a fun win for a team that really has no ass. We're not going to play our way into the play-in. Like, enjoy them while you can. Go touch some grass, hug a loved one, have a beer like I am, whatever you need to do. Like, enjoy your Sunday. This is a good win for a Grizzlies team. We'll get back to our losing ways this week as we travel to Minnesota next. Fear not, Grizz fans. This ain't going to last.
No, it ain't. We had literally just lost 7 of our last 8. So before this 2-game win streak, it'll be okay.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly right. Exactly right. It's a good win. Enjoy it while you can. David Owens says his best. I'm always be happy where the Grizzlies win because we ain't going to get a whole lot more of them. No. And guys, even if we finish 7th or 8th in the draft, you can hit Sim on the mock draft on Tankathon, and we still move up. Matter of fact, we just got the 4th overall pick on my most recent iteration that I just did and drafted Caleb Wilson.
See, it all determines on just where the ping pong balls go and what Adam Silver wants. And you win games, you play basketball the right way to no matter how your roster looks. Silver will reward that in some way. He ain't going to give you the number 1 pick, but he will make sure you're positioned well. That's the only thing he does well.
I just feel it in my bones, Jared, that we're going to get a top 4 pick. Something tells me that we're going to get a top 4 pick.
Year with Ja. Like I'm saying, like I'm not saying you, but like it's just like the year. No, absolutely. The year we got Ja, everyone kind of went into that into the draft lottery night. It was like something just feels good about this because, like, we had just gotten Jaren. We had won 33, 34 games that year, and it just felt like we were owed something decent.
And we got it. 100%. And there are guys like people can talk what they want on Twitter. When the Memphis Grizzlies have a superstar and they have a guy who is a good player, attention is on Memphis, right? People paid attention to us when John Morant was at his peak of powers. And so a guy like a Cam Boozer, maybe we move up and we can get Cam Boozer or AJ DeBansta. Darren Peterson is falling. His draft stock is falling. He scares me a little bit, but you get one of those guys and they hit on this team. And all of a sudden people are looking at Memphis again because we're a fun, small market team who's passionate about basketball. And this rebuild could turn around like that. Because remember, we're very likely going to have 2 picks in the top 15, top 20. And I would be shocked, utterly shocked, if Zach Kleiman doesn't trade back into the back half of that first round of the draft where we have gotten Desmond Bane and Santi Aldama and some of our better players.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be shocked if he tries to make that second pick a little bit better too. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if he tries to make an effort to make that second.
I said 2 top 15 picks on accident, but like there's a reality where we take that 17 pick and we move up and we might pick 2 in the top 10 or 12. Like, if we get some lottery luck and we get, let's say we land in the top 4 and then we really are big on Darius Acuff or LeBaron Filan from Alabama or Wagner, whoever it is.
There is an abundance of guards in this draft.
Yeah, and Filan is just so skinny. It's just that's my only thing. Is he's so skinny, but that dude is a hooper, man. When he got that Tennessee big on him the other night, and he just like laughed and shook his head and then won the game. Like,
who that scarily reminds me of, who was also kind of skinny in college, just played a state over from Georgia, or from Alabama.
Yeah,
Anthony Edwards.
There you go.
So, like,
I mean, Filan is tough. Like, he's a bucket, averaging 25.6, getting better. He outscored Tennessee 13-4 by himself in the final 4 minutes. Like, listen, there are guys, it's like you said, it's a guard-heavy draft. I don't even know that the system needs an elite point guard anyway. But there's a lot of dudes in that 8 to 12 range that I could really see us trading up for. And I also don't keep your eye on Kareem Lopez. I really think Zach Kleiman would watch him for a reason.
Yeah, and like I said, there's a lot of bigs too. Thomas Howell just had a great game, but there's so many different ways this draft is going to go. Man, like we end up anywhere inside the top 7 or 8 with our first pick, I think we're going to be fine. Like, no matter what, it would be great to have someone in that top 4, but people
2 picks in the top 10. 2 picks 5 through 10 are going to be 2 solid NBA players because this is a draft, and like that we keep talking about. There's going to be an all-star taken in the top 5, in the top 10, in the top 15. Like, there's going to be guys that are going to beat, like Braden Burris is a guy that comes to mind from Arizona who's shooting up draft boards because he's just playing better and better and better as the season goes on. He has passed Koa Pete, and shout out Chip Williams Jr., who on X today, our draft expert here at Bluff City Media, resident draft expert, said that he would take Braden Burris long before Koa Pete. And like, there's guys like that are going to make runs in the NCAA tournament we're not even talking about yet. So buckle up, Grizz fans. It's going to be a fun college basketball like sprint to the finish for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Just enjoy the ride. We got what's our record now? We are 23-36. We are 59 games through the season, 23 left. It's gonna be okay. Wherever we fall, it's gonna be all right because the Grizzlies ain't gonna be down for long.
Yep.
That will do it. We have a host of shows coming up tomorrow. We got. I'm blanking. Oh my gosh. Daily Grind at 7:25, 7:30, $2 at 11 with this man right here. And then you got the Sane Show with Sane and Kenny at 1 o'clock. You got No Bluffing, On Beat, Tigers Untapped, Tigers Live, Night Court. Yeah, Night Court. Said On Beat. So many more. Stay tuned to social media. Subscribe if you have not. Click out of the chat. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that little notification bell so you are notified every time that we are live. Well, it's a Sunday evening. We like lives and we like a Grizzlies win. We're gonna go enjoy the rest of our Sunday evening. Y'all do as well. I'm Jared Davidson. That's Rusty Witten. This has been the post-game bounce. Everybody, enjoy a Grizzlies win because they are few and far between. God bless and good night.